What's up, everybody? My name is Michael, or Kiratze Online. Hope you guys are having a great day. This is the second part to sort of the first episode of Decking Around. This is the gameplay. So we built the deck. If you didn't see it last video, I built the Windrunner Abyssian deck. So you can take a look at that if you haven't looked at if you want to be interested in seeing how I came about this sort of first draft of the list, I guess. And now it's time to take it for a spin. We're going to play a couple of games with it. So this is how I'll do it with all of my decking around episodes as well. I'll build the deck, and then I'll do probably a couple of games with the deck just to get a little bit of a taste to see how it runs. And hopefully you guys enjoy. So let's just jump right into it. Now, be forewarned, just because I just like having fun. I'm going to be uploading these games right after I build the deck. So these are always going to be sort of first impression or first look at games, and they may be full of mistakes. It may not run well. We may lose most of the time, but my goal is to have fun. If it succeeds once, I'll be happy. And we're just here to have fun. So we are going against Windrunner. So this is a matchup that I think can go fairly well. We want to mulligan pretty aggressively for our Grasp of Agonies, but I think we have a great start. We have our Windrunner, we have Azurhorn Shaman. We got to make sure that hopefully he doesn't have Hailstorm Prism right off the bat. And I want another 2-drop. So going Windrunner into two 2-drops is going to be insane. That makes things a little bit interesting. So I could play Merkblood Devourer instead. Oh, that's actually pretty tough. It's actually pretty tough. I think I might just want to keep both of these, actually. And I think I want to place this in a spot where it's going to be protected. Because our goal is pretty much create a huge amount of threats. And we got Azurhorn Shaman and Jaxi next turn, so we can make a 3-3 and a 2-5. So if we can get enough threats out there, Windrunner won't be able to deal with things very well. They have good single target removal, but not great AoE removal, unless they're doing Avalanche. So we just got to make sure to stay in the middle, stay on our side if possible. Worst case scenario. Hailstone Prism too. Chromatic Cold. That's alright. So I think we want to go... So we can go Windrunner, Azurhorn Shaman. And I think that might be fine. Windrunner and Azurhorn Shaman, because that might be pretty good. We can also go Spectral Blade. Spectral Blade might not be a bad idea either, though. Spectral Blade and Jaxi, or Spectral Blade and Azurhorn Shaman. This thing's going to die. But I think I'm fine. Actually, no, I think I do want to get rid of at least the first charge of that. Yeah, I think I do. So I think what we'll do is we'll go... The problem is I don't want to give him the Mana Tile. So he's going to kill this, walk down, get the Mana Tile. I would prefer not to have that happen. The problem is we don't really have a great way to protect him. Let's do this. And we are sort of an aggro deck, so we'll do this. We do want to try and work for board control, but at this point, like, hitting this isn't going to do much. And this is going to get traded with the first part anyways. So I'll do Spectral Blade to finish off the last part of Fenrir. I hate this card so much. It's so strong. I'm actually thinking maybe a good idea is to include Ephemeral Shrouds in this deck. If a lot of the time we're going to be doing trading, Dying Wish cards can totally lower the value of our trades when we're trying to get good trades off. So I think adding in Ephemeral Shrouds actually going to be a pretty good idea in this deck. I think Dispels are going to be good. If not, maybe at least one Lightbender, something along those lines. But I think Lightbender's a little bit slower, a little bit too slow for a deck like this, and I think I'd rather have Ephemeral Shrouds. It is a little bit weaker, but a lot of the time there's only one thing that we really need to worry about getting silenced anyways. So he's gonna kill this off. This is gonna come down here, trade with this. It's going to suck, but that's alright. Rocky. So he's probably gonna get ready for a... So I'm gonna use Saber Spine to kill that. So we can clear most of his board. The nice thing about this is Saber Spine's gonna be able to... Oh, really? Alright. Well, that sort of sucks. So we'll hit that Saber Spine up there. We gotta start protecting our threats. We're gonna get hit pretty damn hard here, but not much else we can do. We don't need the Spectral Revenant right now. That's not terrible. I could alternatively just go Lure, run Saber Spine up here, but the problem is it doesn't really accomplish anything. And I think I'd rather get my Spectral Blade out there, especially if he's planning on Razorbacking me. But we definitely gotta start clearing out his board because it's getting a little bit out of control. So he's gonna be able to kill this. That's gonna sort of suck. But not much we can do there. And I think I'm gonna actually put it behind him. So if this thing's gonna die pretty much anyways, let's see. I think I want to just get it away from me, to be honest, because it would buy me a little more time if he's gonna end up chasing it down. We'll just leave it there, actually. Alright, so that's alright. So he can get rid of it, but he has to trade everything. He has to trade the first half of Fenrir, he has to trade in his Araki, and he has to hit me with his general to get rid of my blade. Unless he has Chromatic Cold, which would definitely suck. Our hand's not looking great, though. Getting our Windrunner and Merkblood Devourer dealt with pretty easily. Start sort of sucks. That would be the problem with this deck, is they have like cards like Chromatic Cold and stuff like that. We don't have any cards like that in our deck. You know, Demonic Lure is a terrible 2-mana quote-unquote removal spell. So, sort of sucks. So if Iraqi Headhunters me, we're going to get hit with a lot. He is already down to 16, though. We do have Burn in our deck. We have we need to find some of our healing. Ugh, that's gross. We need to find a Grasp of Agony, like, really badly. If we find a Grasp of Agony, we're back in this game. Oh. Grasp of Agony, please. Well, healing's good. I don't mind that. So we trade the first half, kill off this. Use my last charge. Emerald Gloom Chaser. Or Jaxi. I don't really want to play Jaxi. It's too susceptible to Chromatic Cold. Gloom Chaser gets quite a bit more out there. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So we'll trade here. And I don't want to move up. I don't want to start getting cornered. It's pretty bad. And I think we'll play things up here. That's alright. I want to protect the 2-2, because if we get Soul Shatter attacks and stuff like that, we can buff things. Shadow Dancer could be pretty good. And we have Night Star Assassin for a little bit of burst as well. So, at this point, it's just board control. Like, the Vanguard game is all about the board control. We really have to just make sure he can't get too out of hand. Reason for that is just Razorback is so much of a threat. And he's obviously playing the typical tempo style deck with Razorback, I'm sure. Especially if he's playing a Rocky Headhunter. Still looking for a Grasp of Agony. Maybe 3 Grasp of Agonies might be better than 3 Lures, to be honest. So we'll be able to get some healing off of our Shadow Dancer. Grasp of Agony would be really good here. Oof, okay. Ugh, gross. So I think we'll Shadow Dancer, hit this, trade. Doesn't feel great. We're going to still get hit with a ton. I don't really care about Jaxi. Oh, that's good. So Spectral Blade actually... So I could Spectral Blade, use this to kill us off. Take 5? That's a little bit dangerous. I think I might just lure that away. It might be better actually to lure this away. No, it really sucks that we don't have Jaxi or Grasp of Agony right now. Yeah, we'll get the Spectral Blade because he's going to end up trading stuff even if he ends up Razorbacking. Actually, we'll do this. This is fine. This sticks around on the board. Well, we have some burst. Getting some healing going. He can't reach this, so that's nice. Razorback's still a ton of damage, though. It would be 7, 11, 12, 13, and he just needs a Chromatic Cold. Yeah, we could just die here. No, actually, no. We would get a little bit of healing from things trading in. Ugh, really? So annoying. Actually, if we draw Soul Shatter Pact, we actually have lethal. Alright, so Windrunner is not being played. We're going to need to use the lure if we don't draw into what we need to kill off Twilight, so... Azurhorn Shaman, huh? So I'm going to do... I think I might attack him. I'm trying to figure out how he could kill me out of hand. We go down to 7. If he has a Chromatic Cold, we go down to 5. Hits me with the General, go down to 3. Just need to Saber Spine then. Maybe I don't want to hit him. Maybe I do want to hit him. It's tough to say. Tough to say. It's going to be close, though. He's going to have a lot of removal in hand, though, so I'm worried about playing cards like Vorpal Reaver. He didn't Hailstone Prism Shadow Dancer, though, so I'm thinking he might not have it. I'm wondering if I should move this down here instead. No, because this sort of makes him want to go up top. And he already used 2 Chromatic... Well, I guess he cycled 1. So I used a Chromatic Cold. He's probably looking for more Chromatic Colds. So if he hits me with the general, we have 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll have exactly lethal if he hits me with the general and sticks around and doesn't heal. A lot of things that they have to worry about. Oh, wow. And Razorback. 5, 6, 7. Well, if he hits me, then we can make it a tie at least. Primus Fist. Yeah, we can make it a tie. I'm fine with that, considering our deck. Oh, wait. 4. No, that's still the same. Oh, wait, no. We have this. Oh, wow. Good game. Oh, we won. We won against... It's awesome seeing a deck like this win against, you know, proven decks, I guess. So there we go. Game 1, win 1. Pretty good start. It was a little bit clunky, as you guys saw. So obviously our game plan sort of sucked early on because our things were able to be dealt with. But, you know, as you saw also, cards like Shadow Dancer can still help us get a little bit of value out of cards we normally want to try and buff. So that's always nice to have. Now, I am thinking about those ephemeral shrouds, though. I actually think that's a pretty good idea to add them. I'm just not sure what I would cut. So, Mercblade Devourer, I think, is still nice, especially when you are going second. It's a little bit hard to remove because it's 4 health, and you're able to get value out of it the following turn. Windrunner is a little bit different, where you it's almost the same. It's pretty much the same effect, actually. Yeah, they're actually pretty damn similar now that I think about it. Maybe I just want to include one of them. Yeah, we'll run the list. You know, it's good to run the list more than once just to see how it goes. All right, it's probably a Burn Abyssian. I don't think this deck's going to do well against Burn Abyssian. It's tough to say though. We got a pretty good start though. Azurhorn and Gloom Chaser. Double Azurhorn. If we can make enough big threats, I guess. I think I want to look for Windrunner, though. Ooh, we got Mercblood. Mercblood might not be a bad idea. Play Mercblood and then Gloom Chase the following turn. Shadow Dancer I'm going to actually keep. Oh, he's got the opening awesome play. Yeah. He's always lucky. No Grasp of Agony. Never lucky. I think we're going to go like this. Let's see, he can Nightstar Assassin this, but I'm fine with him trading that, actually. If he's going to be more of an aggressive deck, this is fine. Because we don't have any other really good plays anyways. So he has to kill this pretty much. He can do 1 damage to it, so he needs a way to deal more. He could come down here, hit this once, Grasp of Agony this, and kill this off. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. Because that's his whole turn, right? And we have card advantage as well. And we traded. We're already in. We're getting more in control of the board, anyways. So let's see. I could go Gloom Chaser, Spectral, but he has ways to ping off my Spectral Blade. I don't really want that. I think we'll Windrunner. I think I want Spectral Blade for the healing. So I think we'll go here. Get control of mid. Kill this off, and This isn't great, but I want to start setting up. You know what? We're going to take out this. Wonder if some 1-drops would be good to add in this deck, actually. And we got a lot of healing, so that's good. So he could play Shadow Dancer. Maybe I actually should have kept a Night Star Assassin because of that. If he plays Shadow Dancer, that would suck. Keeper of the Veil. He would get, what, a Gloom Chaser back? That's fine. I think we'll just lure this away, to be honest. We don't need 2 Spectral Blades. Ooh, Grasp of Agony is pretty good. So we Grasp of Agony this. We pretty much have to trade our stuff in. Don't think I really want to do that. It's too bad we didn't have 6 mana, though. I think we're going to Gloom Chaser. Nah, this is really going to suck if he has Grasp of Agony, but with this kind of deck, there's not much we can do about that. So I think we'll Grasp of Agony this. Gloom Chaser here. Hit there. And then attach a Spectral, just to use all of our mana. I actually should have used Allure to kill this off, maybe. So now if he wants to trade into here with this, our guys trade with his Keeper, which is nice. Ooh, that's what I was worried about. And he has Grasp of Agony. Oh, never mind. That would suck. That's fine. We'll have to lure this probably to trade with our Windrunner, but I can still get value out of it right away. That is an option. So let's see, we have a couple of things. We could go 2/2/2 and get a 2/5 and a 3/3. Might not be a bad idea, but I think we need to start healing. So I don't think we want Azurhorn. Actually, no, I don't think we really care about Jaxi. No, it's tough to say. Shadow Dancer would still be nice. We can't do Shadow Dancer and Lure, though. Shadow Dancer can still be potentially a form of healing. So actually we'll do... Yeah, we'll do Azurhorn, Shaman, Jaxi, Lure, and run back. And I want to keep all the rest of my cards because I need the healing. In which case we should actually replace this. Look for more straight up healing maybe. This is fine. We have board control now. These are some good threats. We are getting a little bit low. Finally, we have a grasp. Finally, I do think that 3 grasp is a little bit better for a deck like this than 3 lures, maybe. Maybe we still want 3 of both. It's hard to say. So he's gonna start trying to pressure. We need to look for our healing. Night Star Assassin plus Shadow Reflection doesn't kill us. That's pretty scary. So we have really no way to deal with that, actually, now that I think about it. So I think don't need the Primus. I feel like Grasp is going to come in handy when trying to deal with all the Wraithlings that come out, potentially. That's pretty good. Question is, do I want... Actually, I might want to just kill Azerhorn Shaman off. If he has Shadow Dancer, it's going to suck. Soul Shatter would suck. You know, I think we're going to keep Spectral because we can use Grasp and Spectral next turn, which might come in handy. I think I'd rather lure this over here. And buff Emerald. Yeah, let's do that. Make a 4/8. All right, that was all right. And we have Spectral Grasp of Agony next turn. If he decides to play another big threat. If he Soul Shatters, he can only get 2 to me, so that's only 4 damage. Shadow Dancer would really suck, but it still doesn't deal with our 4/8 Emerald. And we have Spectral Revenant to deal with it next turn. Still need to look for more of a healing, though, because that's going to be a problem going forward. Especially if he has Night Star Assassin, Shadow Reflection to just burn us out. Alright, that's fine. But Spectral Revenant and Grasp of Agony should be able to deal with this fairly easily. Now, hopefully we have a... Actually, no matter where Jaxi spawns, it's going to suck. Really? Is he going to just deal with this? I hope so. That's 6 damage, not to my face. Definitely need to look for our healing, though. Interesting that he's not dealing with Jaxi, considering he had... Okay, there we go. Because he had free trades. He actually should have done that first, because if it spawned over here, Jaxi would have been fine. Oh. Really? Okay. So we could still easily die next turn. But what are you gonna do? Ooh. Dang, if I only had Shadow Dancer alive. Well, we pretty much need to make this play to live. So that sort of sucks. Actually, alternatively... It might be better to Grasp of Agony one of these and just use Jaxi to kill it. I can kill 4 things and heal 4. Which means Night Star Assassin plus Shadow Reflection and even a general attack doesn't kill me. That actually is probably better. Yeah. Yeah, that would be better. So we can kill this off. I actually should have moved. Oh, actually, it wouldn't have mattered. It was either pretty much protect my Emerald more or protect Mini Jaxi. I think this might come in handy. Actually, no, I should have protected Mini Jaxi. That was a mistake. Alright, so unless he has a way to deal with this, he could Grasp of Agony, Night Star Assassin. That would suck. Black Solus, okay. That's fine. 6. Actually, how much damage do we have? We have 9 mana. We can 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh my gosh, if only... Dang. Well, we're going to do this just to get some more healing. Spectral is too slow at this point. So let me just think. It's 8, 12. Oh, wait. Now we have lethal. Oh my gosh. I almost missed that lethal. Wow, that game. That game. Those are 2 close games, and I was very surprised we won that last one. Him not being able to deal with a Shadow Dancer won me the game. So there you can sort of see how our secondary game plans work. And wow, look at that! I earned my second Abyssian ribbon. That is an awesome way to end this video. But there you guys can see what I was talking about when I was building a deck, where you really need to, when you're building decks, think of your game plan of how you want to build your deck, how it wants to play out. So how we want to play it out is to have some good early 2-drops, get on the board early, and start threatening your opponent. But then, as you saw, they spent a lot of resources dealing with our early threats like Murkblood, like Knights or Assassin, things like that, which means it's one less Knights or Assassin that person has to deal with something like Shadow Dancer along the road. So you can see how we sort of shifted from a very aggressive start to try and really just get ahead on the board. But if that doesn't work, we're perfectly fine with laying back and using our late game and mid game beatdown creatures to sort of take control from there. So that's why it's really good to have not only secondary game plans, but just strategies that still work alongside your main strategy, that you can sort of change them pretty much whenever you want, and you can sort of switch game plans on the go, because that's, I think, a good feature to have in a strong deck, is when you can build a deck that can do something like that, and it's really, really good. So yeah, I think we made some very, very good decisions in that last game, especially the one where I could have used Spectral Revenant and Grasp of Agony to fully clear their board, but that healing, I think, came imperative. And luckily, he spent a lot of his fast cards like Knights or Assassin and stuff like that early on, so he couldn't deal with my late game stuff, or at least kill me right away before I could build up my own secondary strategy. And you also saw sort of the downside from what I was talking about whenever I build my Swarm Abyssian decks. You notice how he had Black Soulless, Wraithling Swarm. Those cards are extremely slow, and you noticed how even though he had an extremely strong tempo start with Wraithling Swarming to Gloom Chaser, we dealt with it with little annoyance, and we were up on cards at that point as well. So for recapping on things I would change with this deck, I think I would think about adding in some Ephemeral Shrouds. Even in that last game, would have been really useful to dispel either Shadow Dancer or dispel that Black Soulless. Alternatively, adding in the third Grasp of Agony and maybe taking out a Lure would be good, or maybe taking out even Murkblood Devourers to make room for that spot. And I'm wondering also if Murkblood Devourer might be better than Windrunner, but I don't think so. I actually really like Windrunner. It can become pretty aggressive and can trade with a lot of small things, whereas Murkblood Devourer can't even kill off like a Healing Mystic or something like that. And you notice how even just getting one trigger off of Windrunner is good value. Getting it off on the Gloom Chaser is awesome. And you don't want to try and hold out value. You notice that I traded in Windrunner pretty much right after I got value out of him. You want to still try and get some value out of it, but using your stuff to trade when necessary is an important thing to recognize as well. And I think we handled that last game pretty well. I think we moved it into our advantage, and we pulled out a win. And I got my second Abyssian ribbon, which is awesome. 200 wins with Abyssian right now, which is great. Hopefully we can get some more ribbons in the future. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos, and I am definitely looking forward to doing more decking around episodes in the future. So until then, I hope you guys have a great night, day, morning, wherever you are, and I will talk to you guys later.